everything is up today, yes. And today's earnings for SanDisk, Western Digital, we'll see.
And we've seen a lot of technical recovery in recent session. At least that's what the folks over at Charles Schwab have been pointing out to me. I was talking to Nate Peterson about that earlier today.
Soho is down. Let's see.
Good afternoon to you, Alex.
It's terrible.
What are your takeaways from what we
Let's
saw
see.
today?
WDC.
Yeah, for the first time in a while, guys, I was going to say it was kind of a quiet session, but probably the most action we saw all
down
day
as well.
was in the last few
And
minutes here, where
SanDisk
we
is down.
finally saw bears overtake, ever so
SanDisk is
slightly.
down.
One of the interesting things in the last
All
several
of them.
sessions, I think in the context of today, is an important takeaway, is you saw new
Let's see what's
highs
happening. And today's
happen
earnings
as the
report.
trade,
Okay, you can
became
see.
more correlated. Or another way of saying
And
it,
in
you
5
started
minutes
to see software and hardware move in
will
the
be
same
SanDisk
direction.
report
You started to see
and Western
hyperscalers
Digital.
and AI infrastructure move in the same direction,
Soho.
just happened to be to the upside.
Yeah, subscribe, give like. I
That
see
kind
your
of broke
questions
down
in chat. Put in chat.
intraday today, as you really saw. First we lost software,
We're live.
then we lost the majority of the Mag 7, and then ultimately in the end we did
And
lose,
indexes, futures is
semiconductors into these
down.
earnings that we're about to break and discuss.
Do you know the reason?
All in all,
Because
consolidation day, a little bit of news for the Nasdaq,
nobody knows
it's
what can
still
happen
quite a
after
bit
earnings.
off its
That's why.
highs, but new all-time. I loved how Sam kind of closed the bell
That's
with
why
the
it's
new all-time high for the Dow.
instability.
That's your optimistic.
Yes.
takeaway for the
Wow, my God.
All right,
Western
we're gonna
Digital
dive in here with
465.
Western Digital results coming out a little bit
Food
delayed.
first.
We're a little late here, but I'm going to give you
No.
what we've got coming across
No,
here. And I'm
please.
parsing through them right as I give them to you. EPS coming in at $3.56. That is better than the expectation, which was looking for a little north of $3.30.
See results.
Here. As we look at revenue, $3.75 billion. The estimate looking for 3.7. So that is a beat here.
Yes,
as
let's see Western
well. As
Digital.
far as what they're looking for their outlook,
And Western
coming in at
Digital's
4.1
down,
billion,
down.
compared with the consensus estimate looking for 4.06, so a slight beat there. Operating income for the quarter coming in at 1.56 billion, net income of 3.2 billion, and their gross margins coming in at 54.1%. The CEO is saying Western Dig concluded fiscal year 26 with strong performance in our fiscal fourth quarter. Revenue increased 44% year over year. Gross and operating margins expanded, and earnings per share more than doubled. Now,
Yes,
these are
subscribe,
the
give
results
like.
that
I
have
see
just
all
come
70
across.
people.
But we are seeing
But
a
Western
drop
Digital,
off here. We're down more than 8%,
you see.
Alex.
Wow.
So I know they just dropped this release, and we've got barely anything
Let's
to go
see.
through as we're sort of parsing it in real time. But what are your takeaways from the numbers?
It's terrible
you do have?
down. Yes, subscribe, give like. Put question in question in the comments.
With AMB. Now, granted,
Wow.
I haven't seen a ton as to beyond the first quarter revenue outlook, anything in additional to guidance going forward, but the bar is not the bar for these companies. I don't know if that makes sense, but like everything here is a beat. Everything is relatively strong. It's better than the expectation. It's better than their previous guidance.
Yes,
But
yes. Hello, I see
is that
140
really what the
people.
expectation is? Or
Yes,
is the
put in chat
expectation eclipsed
what
by a
stocks did
wide
you buy, how
margin
much money
and
did you
beat
make.
raise and raise
For example,
substantially?
SanDisk Micron,
And so I see
both
a
down.
quarter that's impressive, but I also see a stock that has had a really impressive move in terms of its performance.
But
And so,
unfortunately, stocks are down.
look, I'm not going to guess at what the market's going to do, but what it looks like right now is it's not enough.
Yeah, I mean, when you have a 584% move to the upside on the year, Sam, the bar is very high, and these numbers are good, but they're certainly not
Let's
the
see.
biggest beats
It's
that
terrible.
we've seen so far this earnings season. So when
Take a
you're having
look.
conversations about
Soho,
Western Dig today,
WTC.
what were your conversations about? What are people looking for from this report?
Take a look how
So I would add to what Alex has just
it's
said.
a huge
The bar,
dip down.
whatever that is, however high it
Wow.
is or whether it even exists, had already perhaps been set by Seagate, which already posted some great demand with the beat and the raise last week.
terrible.
So there is perhaps a suspicion
Yes,
here
subscribe.
that maybe a lot of the
Put
good
in
news
comments.
has already been priced in at this point. Up over
Which one did you invest?
200%
How much money did you make?
We know that Seagate, obviously a competitor. Basically, it's just these two battling it out right now. We know that there are severe shortages. We know that they've got the pricing power. The market wants to see continued margin expansion here. We've obviously got that 54.1%. But really the story is that the hyperscalers keep spending here. They've practically bought out the drives into next year. I mean, they're talking about, I've been listening to Irving Tan
over the last few months, over the last several
You see,
quarters. I mean,
Western
they have
Digital.
got supply deals out to 2029. So if there is an expectation,
Let's see,
they continue to
Palantir. I
have
see your
strong
questions,
pricing
Palantir.
power here. But,
Palantir is still up.
Let's see what we don't know, I guess, as far as what they flash out on the call here. Because as I mentioned, it seemed like going into this, a lot of it had been priced in, basically what we'd heard from the competitor.
Yes, put all questions in comments.
10+% move to the downside, a little bit more in terms of the guidance here. Revenue 4 to 4.2 billion. Expectation was looking for about 4 here. Adjusted gross margins expected to be between 55 and 56%. That's better than the expectation, better than the margin they put up this quarter. EPS 385 to 415. That's better than the 383 for Western Dig, and yet still having this move to the downside. So I want to look at SanDisk too now, because we've just got these numbers coming across. We are seeing less of a move
Western
to the
Digital.
downside in SanDisk. We're down about 2%.
Unfortunately,
So
no.
let's go through these numbers.
Subscribe, give
SanDisk
like.
reporting revenue of
Let's see Western
8.97
Digital.
billion. That's beating the estimate, looking for 8.48.
Did you short it?
It's up 51% sequentially, roughly 1/3 from higher
You see?
volumes,
Huge
2/3
down.
from higher pricing. Their net income came in at 6.9 billion. It's 43.97 in diluted EPS. Non-GAAP diluted EPS came in at 39.25. Now, as we look at their operating income, it came in at 7.04 billion, adjusted operating income of 7.1, and their full fiscal year revenue was 20.25 billion. That's 175% gain year over year. Their GAAP net income coming in at 11.43 billion. That equates to about 73.76 in terms of diluted EPS. Now, they do have some guidance here as well for the first quarter. It is a little bit below the consensus as well. EPS $44 to $46. The street was looking for about 44.72, so in range there. Revenue 10.3 to 10.8 billion. The street was looking for 10.8, so we are at the top of the range there, and shares are seemingly falling perhaps on that number because the rest of the numbers are beat here, Alex. So now we're down 5.5%, a little bit more as I keep talking. So take me through your thoughts here.
Yeah, I think this one's a little bit more straightforward for that reason. Like, we finally got it to a point where the estimates have caught the reality in these names. And one of the things we've talked about broadly about this space, or at least things that I've tried to highlight, is when you've already sold out everything you could possibly make, that companies like Apple can't secure the supply they need, that they're having to pay up, they're having to raise their prices. Like, I don't know what the upside surprise is from a volume standpoint. And even just listening to what when you were going through this, I think you said 2/3 of the kind of the pricing and the growth and the margins is driven by the fact that they are just raising prices. It's not because they're selling more stuff, because they can't make it fast enough to sell it. And so you really don't have
I see all your
guess, a lot
questions,
of
yes.
volatility to the upside when you kind of understand the bullish case. So when they then fall short, it's like, okay, everyone's on one side of the ship here. It really does set up for some disappointment. All that
At least on the floor.
4.6% gross margins.
On the floor, at
and
least.
Tremendous beats here. The numbers
For tomorrow?
are huge. I wouldn't be surprised if things stabilize.
You see both
here,
stocks
at
are
least
down.
in the case of SanDisk.
Why
And Sam,
don't you
what's
eat now?
standing out to you here? I mean, SanDisk is coming off of its worst month
You'll be
ever. So, I
hungry.
mean, a very interesting setup in terms of its price coming
Everything is
into
down.
this report. We are down still a little bit more than 3% here, but as Alex just highlighted, we can see
No,
things
it's
shift
tasty.
very quickly here once the call happens. What's
Why?
sticking out to you most?
Take sweets.
Yeah, as you say, it's been a pretty volatile time across the entire chip space. It was interesting
Yes,
coming
I'm
into
here.
this
You
week.
see
I was
everything
talking
is
to
down,
Nick Pearson about
unfortunately.
this, at the Schwab Center for Financial Research this morning, and he said, maybe a better time to be reporting.
That's why
when
individual
we have
stocks
seen the
you
money
see
coming
very,
back
very
into
risky.
Chips, a very different market to what we had been looking at throughout the course of July.
Again,
So I
Soho.
think investors, adding to what Alex had just said, are really watching that NAND pricing right now, because a lot of that is
Wow.
what's driving the growth. It's coming from that severe shortage. Obviously, to sustain these margins that we just talked about, they've locked in these multi-year customer
Even
agreements
SanDisk.
as well. We are looking at the integration of its chips also into the
And
AI
vertical
trading
puts
clusters.
right now
But Alex,
that we place. I
mentioned
will
something
show you.
really interesting, and this is something I've
Let's see
been
here.
watching for a number of months
Monitor.
now, and I think it's really key moving forward is what Apple is doing, not just with raising its prices, but also how
Orders.
it's hedging. And I think
Take a
this is
look
going to be
here.
a really key one for a lot of these companies, because something
Transactions.
worth watching in memory moving forward is whether new supply from competitors ramps up, which could compress margins back to those more normal levels, not bad levels, but more normal levels. Because obviously,
So unfortunately, it's down. Tomorrow morning we discuss what we will do.
Reportedly, the Chinese memory makers. Yes,
And
you've got CXMT,
I told you many times,
which obviously
don't
is the
buy.
big one. That's the fourth in line on DRAM.
We short it.
But that could have potentially an impact on prices down the road if it starts to play some meaningful catch up there as well.
Yeah, right now, Sandisk down more than 4%, but I want to jump here because AppLovin is down almost 23%.
Okay,
So let's
subscribe,
take a
give
closer
like.
look at these
See you
numbers.
tomorrow, okay?
They've come across the wire here. Revenue